come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come.
Good morning. Our opening words today are by poet Mary Oliver, entitled, "My Work is Loving the World." My work is loving the world. Here the sunflowers, there the hummingbird, equal seekers of sweetness. Here the quickening yeast, there the blue plums, here the clam deep in the speckled sand. Are my boots old? Is my coat torn? Am I no longer young and still not half perfect? Let me keep my mind on what matters, which is my work, which is mostly standing still and learning to be astonished. The phoebe, the delphinium, the sheep in the pasture, and the pasture itself, which is mostly rejoicing since all the ingredients are here, which is gratitude, to be given a mind and a heart and these body clothes, a mouth with which to give shouts of joy to the moth and the wren, to the sleepy dug-up clam, telling them over and over how it is that we live forever. I light this chalice to remind us of the light of this community, of the love that holds us all, and of our deep interconnectedness. I invite you to join me in the recitation of our shared covenant. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is its prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. In the olden days, meaning before mid-March and COVID, before this time of physical separation, I often left coffee hour each Sunday, exhausted and elated both. It's that elation, that body-filling happiness that I want to talk about today. I could feel, and I know you could too, the energy in our sanctuary, in our shared building, from the kids excitedly arriving for service or maybe tearing through the yard afterwards, to each of the adults ready to be with each other, to re-experience that profound connection that we call faith community. And I could feel my gratitude and bright relief each Sunday for being your minister. And I know you feel similarly, because you told me. I could see it in your expressions, and I could even feel it in the air. And I know it's been really, really hard to be apart. And it's getting clearer from the COVID numbers that it's going to be a little while before we're back in person. So I want to make space before we get to the topic of the day, which is gratitude, for those losses. I want to acknowledge how hard it's been, that our missing each other is profound, and that this is the time when we most want to be together, during the times that challenge us. So before we focus on gratitude, I invite us to sit still, maybe close our eyes, and feel what's going on in our body. Is it relief, happiness, joy? Is it worry, fear, or sadness? Someone once told me, and they were right, of course, that all feelings are okay, whether or not those feelings make sense to you or anyone else. So I invite you to be with whatever it is that you feel. And I'll tell you too that I've sometimes been sad lately myself. Not that I need anything or I want anyone to try to make me feel better, but I want you to know that sadness is okay. Like everyone else, I miss my family and my friends. I miss you, and I miss the feelings of normalcy. And it's okay and it's good to notice those losses, because naming all that means that we release a little bit of it, creating some space and ease in our hearts and making room for something else to show up. And that something else, perhaps, is gratitude, because there is still a lot to be grateful for.
Hi, everybody. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Lee Cowan. I'm the new Director of Religious Education and Exploration here. And exploring our theme of gratitude this week, we talked to some kids and adults and asked them what they're grateful for and where they feel that in their body. And so today I have a special guest that I'm asking those questions to. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Hippo.
Hi, Hippo. Thank you for joining us today.
Welcome.
Hippo, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for Sylvan that moves me around and makes me alive and does my voice.
Oh, that's so wonderful. I love that. Hippo, where do you feel that gratitude in your body?
I feel it around my head up here. You can see me pointing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And do you want to show us a pose of how it feels to feel grateful?
Feels like this.
Whoa, you look so joyful.
Yeah, it's like a stroll.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing.
Welcome.
So, in our special multi-gen service today, you're going to see some clips of kids and adults answering that question, and some of them show you how it feels in their body to feel gratitude. And we are grateful for you for being here today. So thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
When I'm grateful, the way I feel it in my body is if I am body surfing and I just ride the wave completely free, unconstricted, relaxed, at one. I am very grateful for this community, and I'm grateful for this beautiful blue-green planet that we are on at this time.
Here's some of the things I'm grateful for. You, each and every one of you. Memories of the past to sustain me through harder times. Knowing and working with a lot of people who do really great work. Being able to help, even in small ways, to build a better world. Laughter, sunshine, and the list goes on. Perhaps this week you can take some time to make your own gratitude list and then put it somewhere you'll notice it. Because gratitude is a practice, a muscle, one that gets stronger as we use it.
Hi, I'm Novi, and I have two things that I'm very grateful for. One is that I have some wonderful parents, and the people in my life, like my friends and my family, and especially my parents. I'm very grateful for this world, the animals and plants and growth, and all of the wonderful things in the world. I think I feel that gratefulness everywhere, really. But like in the center of my head up higher, where I can feel my gratefulness is quite strongly often. Yes, bye.
Every night for the past 3 years, my partner Mimi and I named 3 things from that day that we're grateful for. And on the hard days, the gratitudes come to mind more slowly. But most nights it's easy, and we just quickly and joyfully share the highlights of our day in this way. And here's what we've learned and what you undoubtedly know. Gratitude is a spiritual practice. The longer and more frequently we share gratitudes, the easier and more almost instinctual it becomes. We notice more the small and the profound joys. It's a little easier to notice the losses less and focus a little more on what's good in our lives. That's the goal, but it does take work, and it does take reminders.
I'm thankful for rock and roll. Bye. I'm grateful for a beautiful day. Yeah.
What are you grateful for?
I know I choose beautiful day. There.
Next weekend, and don't worry, we'll remind you, we're going to build a gratitude tree right out in front of our UUCSC building. In the edge of the garden out front, there's a tree. We'll put out pieces of cloth and markers so that you can stop by sometime, write a note of gratitude, and tie it to the tree. And all winter, when we miss each other, you can drive by the tree or ask your parent to bring you by. And you can be reminded of all the gratitude we share for this beautiful earth, for each other, and for so many things. And that reminds us that we're not really alone. Even if virtual faith community is a learning curve, we still have that. I keep thinking about prior huge events like this when we didn't have Zoom and Facebook and email and Google Classroom and 1,000 ways to stay connected from afar. And I'm grateful beyond measure for those imperfect and massively important tools of connection. So I invite you then to find a spiritual practice that works for you if you're not doing so already, that helps you remember to be grateful. I know friends who write each other postcards once a week, families who have their own form of a gratitude practice. Many of us have types of meditation that we do to ground us in openness and gratitude. And I don't care how you get there, but that you make space for the gratitude to reemerge. We need to work extra hard and maybe encourage each other to notice the good, the beauty, the hope. In these ways, we are connected once again. In these ways, we sustain. In these ways, gratitude leads us through this dark night.
Grateful for each hand we hold, gathered round this table. From far and near we travel home, blessed that we are able. Grateful for this sheltered place, with light in every grateful for what's understood, and all that is forgiven. We try so hard to be good, to lead a life worth living. Father, mother, daughter, son, neighbor, friend, and friendless, all together, everyone, let grateful days be endless. Grateful for each hand we hold, gathered round this table.
Paxton, what are you thankful for?
I think for animals.
For animals?
Yeah.
What else are you thankful for?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Beatrice, what are you thankful for?
You.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. What else?
My family.
And what else?
And my long tongue, because when there's something on my nose, I can just do this.
That's a good trick. Okay.
I'm thankful that Donald Trump is now a lame duck and Biden 2021.
All right. What else are you thankful for?
My family, and also I'm thankful that my sister likes to play with me so much.
Awesome. All right, give them a smile. You can pull your mask down for one smile. All right, anything else, Pax? Okay, we're all grateful to be together and healthy in this beautiful state.
Hi, how do I feel gratitude in my body? I just feel grateful that I can get up out of bed every day and experience this beautiful world. For me, being out in nature allows me to feel gratitude. Being physical, riding my bike as I'm doing now, hiking, swimming, or dancing are other ways that I feel gratitude in my body and grateful. But in general, it's hard for me to put words to it. I just try to be thankful. Thank you.
So let's take a moment to feel our gratitude in our hearts. So close your eyes if you want to and imagine all of the people and all of the places and all of the things that fill you with gratitude. What are you really thankful for? And imagine that feeling filling your heart and filling and filling and filling it until it gets so big, it's so full of gratitude. And now let's send that gratitude out into the world and out to each other wherever we may be. So this is a body meditation that I hope you'll join me in. I adapted it from the Reverend Julia Hamilton, who adapted it from the Benedictine nuns of Cuernavaca, Mexico. So it begins by planting your feet firmly on the ground. And you can stand up or stay seated and imagine your feet connected all the way down through your floorboards, through your basement, all the way down to the earth. And let's take a minute to give gratitude to the earth for all that she provides. And now bring your hands to your center, connecting to the heart of every living thing on earth, to the spirit of life that flows in us and through us. Bringing your hands out to the side, grateful for the gifts that are given in this life and open to what we may receive. And then stretch your arms way up, grateful for the warm sun and the clean air, and for every drop of rain that falls to the earth. Now bring your hands to the forehead. This spot symbolizes memory and vision. So we're grateful for all who came before us, for our ancestors, and all the paths that we've walked to bring us to this moment. And grateful for our vision, for finding new ways to live and to love. Now bring your hands one on top of the other to your heart. Grateful for our inner selves, for our emotions, and for how we're feeling right now. Now bring your hands out to the side and stretch your fingertips as far out as they go. And if you're with somebody, you can touch their fingertips, and you can imagine your fingertips reaching out to the rest of the people in this community, to all the people that walk your path with you, that are on this journey with you, feeling grateful to be living together and to the life that connects us all. And we breathe in and out together. And now, if you want to shout that joy and that gratitude out into the world, I want to hear you. How do you shout it? It might sound like whoop woo, or hallelujah, or amen. How do you shout that joy? Thank you so much for being with us today. Blessings to you and to all of our community.
For the beauty of the earth, for the splendor of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Source of all, to thee we raise this, our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of thee and I, for the heart and mind's delight, for the mystic harmony, linking sense to sound and sight. Source of all, to thee we raise this, our hymn of grateful praise. For the wonder of each hour of the day and of the night, hill and vale and tree and flower, sun and moon and stars of light. Source of all, to thee we raise this, our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of human care, sister, brother, parent, child, for the kinship we all share, for all gentle thoughts and mild. Source of all, to thee we raise this, our hymn of grateful praise.
Our closing words today are by John Saxon, entitled Part of a Larger Life. Source of all light, all love, all hope, known by many names and in many ways. We don't know who you are, or even whether you can be called a who or a what. Our words fail us. Our minds fail us when we ponder the enormity, diversity, complexity, wonder, and beauty of the universe and this world. And yet we sense, more than know, that our lives are part of a larger life, that we are indeed connected to something both immanent and transcendent that nurtures and sustains our lives and life itself. Something that calls us and all life to greater wholeness and harmony. We give thanks for this morning, for this day, for the gifts and blessings of this life, for the beauty, wonder, and mystery of this world, for our families and friends, for work and health, for opportunities to learn and love and grow, for the love and support of others in times of illness or despair. And we remember, too, that there are others in this city and around the world living in poverty, hunger, fear, illness, isolation, violence, and economic insecurity. So in this space and in the silence of our hearts, we hear the call to a wider perspective and a deeper resolve, that we may live with greater compassion and care for ourselves, for others, and for the world, that we may touch each other more deeply, hear each other more clearly, and see each other's joys and sorrows as our own. May we strive to be and become more than we are, more loving, more forgiving, more kind, more honest, more open, more connected, more whole. May we heal and be healed. May we face the uncertainties and tragedies of life with hope, faith, and courage, knowing that life is good and that we are not alone. Please join us in our closing song.
Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet